Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over how to tackle your hours for your teacher training instructor training course. When you begin your Pilates training instructor training courses, you may look at 450, 475, 500 hours and think that that's going to be impossible to complete. You may even wonder, where do I even start? But just like anatomy, you just have to jump in and get going. It's not going to be perfect when you get started. It's probably going to be really bad if you don't have a lot of experience teaching in this style. But these hours are how you're going to improve, how you are going to get better. And truthfully, you're probably going to do way more practice hours than just these minimum requirements. I have a few tips and tricks from my own personal experience and just mentoring other Pilates instructor students. But the best advice I can give you is just get started and just keep going. If you fall off, just get back on and keep going. The first thing you want to do is figure out the types of hours you need to turn in and the number of hours you need to turn in. Most of these requirements are either listed online, they tell you in person, or they're in your study documents, so your study requirements. You will find that a lot of your hours, if not the majority, are your in-studio training hours or video hours. The rest of your hours, observation, teaching, practice teaching, physical review, those are the hours you're going to log and turn in. Once you have your hours that you have to submit, what you're going to want to do is write down the total number of hours you have for each piece of apparatus you're training in and you need to log. Then you'll want to total up these hours underneath observation, underneath physical review, underneath practice teaching, if you have to do assistant teaching that, and then total that up. As you can see, the majority of those hours were those in-studio hours or anatomy hours, and all I have left now are 210 hours that I need to focus on. Determine how long you want to take to complete these hours. Give yourself a soft due date that you want to use as a goal. Determine how much time you have in order to meet this soft deadline. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be 1 year, it could be 5 months, whatever you think it's going to be. Then divide the number of hours you have by the time you have to complete it. Just to keep things simple, if I have 3 months to finish 210 hours, then I'm going to have to complete roughly 70 hours of practice training per month. Then I'm going to further divide these 70 hours by 4.3, the number of weeks you have in each month. And then that's going to tell me how many hours I need to complete every week. 3 months is a pretty tight deadline, so it's fine if I don't have anything else going on. I'm not working, I don't have to take care of kids. But I could also do this in 6 months, which is basically going to cut the hours that I need to do in half per month, per week. So 35 hours a month, 8 hours a week. Most programs give you a year to complete your teacher training. So if I were going to go for that full year, that would even further cut down the number of practice hours that I need to do per month and per week. If you are working a full-time job, or you do have to take care of kids, or you have both, or you're also a full-time student, you just don't have the time to dedicate a ton of hours towards your certification, you can see that if you just average 4 hours a week, you can still finish your certification before that 12-month deadline. Double up your hours and partner up with other students if you can. If you can practice with another student instructor, then you get 1 hour of physical review and they get 1 hour of practice teaching. And then when you switch, you'll get that 1 hour of practice teaching and they'll get 1 hour of physical review. Plus, you'll be able to help each other with any questions or clarifications. Whenever you plan on taking a class, try to get there an hour early or stay an hour later to do an hour of observation. That way you're getting 2 hours in one session. This makes your practice a bit more useful so that you can apply either what you're observing in your physical review or what you did in your physical review in your observations. Now that you are doing those hours, it's time to just track and log them. Most training courses provide you with the sheets that you need to log your practice sessions. If you're doing STOTT Pilates, it's in your support material at the back, so you'll have practice session logs, which you use for both your physical review and your practice teaching, and your observation logs. However, if you go online, you can also print out the STOTT Pilates observation log hour sheets, the physical review log sheets, and the practice teaching log sheets. I will leave that linked below, which might work better if you are going to use a digital version of the log sheets, so you don't have to worry about losing them, which may work if you're just doing part of the comprehensive training. So if you're just doing mat and reformer, and then later down the line you plan on doing Cadillac chair and barrels, you'll have your log sheets saved from when you were doing your mat and reformer. I certified in mat first, and then a couple of years later, I ended up doing the full comprehensive program, but I had to redo all my mat hours because I didn't know what happened to my log sheets. Probably just sent them in and never got them back. When I did do my comprehensive training, my instructor trainer told me to just track it all via a spreadsheet. And I've noticed from other instructor trainers or student instructors that that's becoming more and more the norm. And you can do that for free on a Google spreadsheet. Just copy what you see on your Pilates log sheets and then just put that on your Google spreadsheet and fill it in as you go. I actually made one specifically for the comprehensive STOTT Pilates training. Technically, you could use it if you're just doing mat or if you're just doing mat and reformer. While I was trying to create a mock Google sheet, I kind of got carried away and I just couldn't stop. So I wanted to give this to you for free. You can easily track the date. There's a drop-down menu that has mat, reformer, Cadillac chair, barrels. And then to the right, you'll see a graph with numbers at the top that'll show you the number of practice hours that you've done on that graph. I also made a free one for Club Pilates because I know a lot of people doing Club Pilates teacher training. I will leave both of these log sheets in the description box below. They're for free. You don't have to give me your email address or anything. You can just download it and use it if you want. You can make your own or use the traditional log sheets. Now, this isn't necessary, but for me, it helps to see me track my progress. So I initially made a little tracker sheet, and then I could just check off the boxes as I went along, and I could see myself getting closer and closer to finishing. Like I said, this is not necessary, but sometimes it helps to have a little visual aid. And then with my newly discovered love of spreadsheets, I decided to make a tracker version of the log sheets. Again, not something that you need, but they may motivate you. It comes with check boxes, a pie chart that you can see move. You can see the percentages of the hours completed versus hours to go move. It also comes with a countdown for days. And to the sides, you also have the log trackers, the log sheets, and the graph charts, which show you the number of completed hours that you've done per piece of apparatus or program. At the bottom of the workbook, you can see that there's different sheets if you just want to track mat work only, reformer only, mat work reformer, or Cadillac chairs and barrels. And then I made one again for Club Pilates. So it has the hours from the Club Pilates teacher training program in there that you can track if you want to do it. I'll try to get one done for Balance Body if anybody's interested, or if you have like a different program that you want me to make one for, just let me know. Like I said, you don't need these, but if you do want them, I will leave a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below where you can purchase them. The final piece of advice I want to give you is to not get discouraged and to not give up. The reason I wanted you to choose a soft deadline is because life happens. Student instructors get thrown off track. They lose steam more often than you realize. You can always come back. You haven't lost any of the progress that you've done. The hours that you did complete are still good. You can still apply them towards your certification. If it's been over a year and you haven't completed your certification, just reach out to the organization that you're training with and ask them, what can I do to get back on track? Get back to observing your videos, get back to practicing on your own, and then reach out to the other people in your course and see where they are, and maybe you can connect with them, or they know somebody you can connect with so you guys can start training and practicing together. That's what I had to do, and I ended up finding a really great group of other student instructors who we were able to help each other out so much, and we all passed. So just stick with it, get back in if you need to. And then that's it for this video, guys. I've gotten some requests to go over the postural analysis, which I would absolutely love to do. I love the postural analysis. I apologize for how long it takes me to get videos out. I still do teach a lot of classes, but I also am learning video editing and motion graphics, and then just trying to figure out how to explain the stuff that I'm trying to share with you. But hopefully I can get this postural analysis video out to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and wishing you the best on your Pilates journey.